Quit acting stupid. With
Bobby,
Sammy,
and
Andy.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Quit Acting Stupid. I am your host, Jamie Paredes. And I don't. Am I saying joining me as always, and then you guys start talking? I don't know.
Yeah, say joining me as always, and then we'll go
as always.
Bobby first.
Bobby,
Rudy.
God,
You guys
Andy.
terrible.
See, this is
terrible.
I mean, would have taken 10 seconds to do this beforehand.
I know. We talked for an hour, and then we didn't even discuss how we would do this. We're idiots. Oh my god.
I got an energy saver. I got to plug in my battery. Anyway,
jeez.
Jesus Christ, man. This is you can tell we've been off for a while. Things are a little rusty.
And we actually prepped this episode.
I know. We
I wasn't really listening. I wasn't really listening to what you guys were saying.
Andrew,
I was just kind of scrolling through Facebook. Oh my God, you took actual notes.
Some of those are from other stuff, but just this page. Just this page.
Your other podcast?
The rest of it is his journaling.
It was it was.
Yes. All right.
Those are your journal.
Well, if you had noticed, but judging by the ratings, you have not. We were off. We were off last week, and I think we were kind of all doing our own thing. I had I had a trip with the family, and I think Rudy, you were on a staycation. I believe.
I guess you could call it a staycation. Yeah.
What about the other two fools? What were you guys doing? Oh, okay. Never mind. Go ahead. I wasn't really interested.
Don't let Rudy talk at all.
Hold on. Do I have
really
a lag going on? Is there a lag?
I don't think so.
No, he just blew past me.
Yes, that was why we were laughing.
I think Jamie might be lagging. Are you not hearing me, bud?
I hear you.
See, it takes him a while to answer me. Jamie, you're an idiot.
Okay. Anyway,
you guys should clap at the same time. Go 1, 2, 3, and then.
This is off to a roaring start. Anyway,
yes,
go ahead. You clearly wanted to talk about your vacation, so go ahead. Proceed.
I'll be honest. I really didn't want to talk about it. Well, I mean, I will, but nothing happened. I had a trip planned to Chicago with the kids and everything, and it all fell apart. Things happened here at the house that needed attention. Yeah. So quick goat thinking. I decided to take just the little one and one of her friends to Wolf Lodge, and
Wolf Lodge, huh?
Not the Great
Wolf Lodge.
It's like that. Yes, no, the Wolf Lodge. That's what Teresa Paredes calls it, the Wolf Lodge. So
no, I think she just says Wolf Lodge or Woof, like WOOF, Wolf Lodge.
Yeah, Woof.
That's what
Lodge.
he's saying.
Yeah. So so we went there, had 2 days at the water park there, and it was a nightmare. I mean, I'm not a big. I was there for the kids. They had fun. We had a nice little room, but just seeing so many unclothed humans, it's not for me. It's just not. Like the hair and the scars and it's just disgusting. And just see people eating in that environment, sweating like in a sauna like type place with nipple hair, and just it was disgusting.
You were in Kansas though, right? So
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I have to ask though, better or worse than Oceans of Fun?
Ooh, Oceans of Fun is disgusting. We had this conversation.
Yeah, no, but now I'm trying to compare it to Wolf Lodge.
But no, I think with Oceans of Fun though, you're sprawled out into a water park. You're not on top of each other. This is like there's an inside and an outside, but you're all here. I'm going to see the same 200 people because we're all on top of each other. Like Oceans of Fun, I can go way over there. I mean, people are constantly moving. You don't focus in on the guy eating a $21 basket of chicken strips and fries while the guy next to him is like, just. Oh,
what I'm focusing on at Oceans of Fun is the little kid at the urinal, barefoot, and trying to reach the urinal. He's touching all over it, and he's taking those same nasty feet and getting into the pool that I'm getting into. That's what I'm focused. Yeah.
Well, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
I literally watch people spit on the ground that we're gonna walk on. Like, I know the water's, but it all
indoors.
Yes, everywhere. Indoors, because the outdoor was a nice little pool area. That's where I realized, okay, I'm gonna go sit outdoors for the rest of the time.
They have an outdoor pool at the Great Wolf Lodge?
Yes. Did you not know that?
What?
It's right outside the door. They play really good music. Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel. They play. Yes, and there's a bar out there, which I didn't even want to
free
look
food,
to see how much those
free drinks.
No, I would have smelled that out. I know you're lying there.
Bathers, royal bathers.
Dude, I did not know that. Did we go there and had no idea?
I'm surprised you didn't know.
Seriously?
Yeah.
They had a whole, I was sitting out there and they had like employees come out and they did like a whole song and dance for the kids and they played games and Avery would have loved it. Like they had games and they had a little microphone and they were having a dance thing. And
maybe when I went, I think it was back in like March. Maybe when I went, I was so delirious from the freaking maniacs above our room that were just pounding all night long, just like
somebody was getting pounded.
Where's the? That's what she said. Dang it! Too many drops. Anyway, no, like these kids just running back and forth, like they were having some sort of, I don't know what they were doing, but it just unnerves me. And because of that, I think I'm kind of like a hotel Nazi with my kids, where I'm just like, if they talk anything above a whisper, I'm like, shh, be quiet. Like I'm all over. I think I got that from mom and dad. Didn't they kind of always hush us and like tell us not to jump on hotel beds and stuff like that because the people below us,
Yeah, we were always respectful of other people that were staying near us.
I am hyper respectful of other people in a hotel for some reason. And I'm very sensitive to when people are just stupid, running around in hallways at, 11 o'clock at night. This was going all night. It was insane.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
It's so funny that we're so respectful of other people. Yeah. And yet you have guests that are just, like you said, running up and down the halls. They have no consideration for you whatsoever, you or your family.
No. And this is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules.
Hey.
In the hallways, especially, because like I feel like you have to be extra quiet there. Like I'm whispering to the girls, and there's this lady yelling to her kid like several doors down in the hallway, like, "Hey, whoever, blah blah blah." I'm like, there's people might be still sleeping. Like, what do you whisper? I don't know, or not whisper, but you not whisper, but you know what I mean.
You remember? I get that. Go ahead.
But didn't you? I want to hear about your story though. Your daughter is you and your daughter are in the room late at night, and then you put it on Facebook. Don't you remember?
Who?
I'm trying to.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, go ahead and tell that story.
No.
Tell that story.
I was very confused at who you were talking to.
I was without telling the story. I wanted him to tell the story, so I'm trying to hint. Give him.
I was literally thinking, I got the feeling right there, like when the teacher's about to pick on somebody to answer a question, and I'm like, please don't be me, please, because I had no idea what you were talking about. Please, I hope, like, close my eyes real tight so I could be invisible. Macy was. It was late. It was like about 10 o'clock, and Macy's like, "Dad, I'm hungry." She does that a lot. But if we're here, I'm like, grab some. But she's like, "Dad, I'm hungry," and I'm like, "Okay, well, go to sleep. Like, we don't have any snacks here. Go to sleep then." And she's like, "That's not going to do anything." And I'm like, "Yeah, you can't be hungry when you're asleep. So that's what it does. Go to sleep, and I won't hear your mouth anymore." But her response was, "Dad, quit playing and order room service." And it blew my mind. I'm like, like I didn't even understand that. Like, how do you even know about room service? That's not a thing that we've ever. Have you guys ever done room service anywhere?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Andrew, you have
Quite often, actually.
Yeah, not a
Really?
lot. At a resort for sure.
In fact, in my situation, on my vacation, we went to Dolly World, and I have to dial it back when I'm with my family because Emily's the complete opposite. And me and Quentin, our thing when we would go to Royals games would not work here, where it's just like, don't ask for anything, and we'll go get Wendy's after the game. I couldn't do that, so it's like I have to sit still and like, okay, buy the funnel cakes or the this and the that half is going to go in the trash anyway. So the room service doesn't even compute. Like I'm doing well, just like biting my lip, like, okay, these girls are buying the most ridiculous things food wise, and all I want to say is, okay, we don't get anything, we'll go get some ice cream afterwards or something like that. Yeah.
Did anybody?
ice
did anybody
cream
else
always.
catch- Go ahead.
What? No, you go ahead, Andrew.
Did anybody catch that Jamie combined Dollywood and Wally World to Dolly World?
I missed it.
I've been saying that the whole time. I've been saying like the
It's
whole time.
Dollywood.
Yeah, it was Dolly World the whole time. I pulled a Teresa Paredes. Yeah, I can't call it Dollywood for some reason.
You are your
Yeah.
mother's child for sure.
Yeah.
No, I just think it's funny. Good, just getting back to the room service. Yes, I've ordered room service, and yeah, it's convenient, it's fun, but until you get the bill.
No.
But here's the thing: is can you imagine when we
I'll-
were growing up? Hold on.
I'll walk down the hallways. And pick fries off of people's plates that they've left in the hallway. But that's as close as I get to room service. So
You do realize we're going to post this, and so people that you know are going to see and hear that you don't
I don't
order
think
your
that-
maybe-
room service, but you actually go and pick up discarded food from
Maybe-
the hallway.
maybe they'll be more considerate and leave extra, like Santa Claus, like leaving cookies for Santa Claus. They're leaving French fries for me in the hallways.
Yeah, well, that's disgusting.
That's just Hotel Chubby.
No, but no, my point was
comes by every night.
Hotel
My
Chubby,
point
leave a
was-
little.
just, can you imagine us as kids, demanding room service of Robert and Teresa?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was just thinking when you were talking about being loud in hotels, do you guys remember the coins that you put it in the bed and it would vibrate? Like I remember always wanting to do that, and they wouldn't even give us quarters to put in the bed to make it vibrate.
I remember them doing it once.
Once we went on a lot of trips. Once,
Yeah. I mean, speaking of hotels, my you mentioned a nice segue with the leaving food out. We went to the Inn at Christmas Place. It was basically a Christmas hotel. We did the whole Christmas in July immersive thing, where the girls saw, well, I shouldn't say the girls, Avery saw Santa Claus, the whole thing. Like this place was Christmased out, man. I mean, just like huge trees. The decor was so intense that poor Alicia, it struck some anxiety or whatever, and she basically was confined to the room because she was literally terrified. Just the look of terror on her face, having to leave the room because these decorations were just insane. This is the coolest hotel ever, and like it was just intense. And so that's what made me think of the when you mentioned the Santa Claus and leaving things out. It was fun.
A little overwhelming for her, huh?
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Did it snow in the lobby like on occasion? Was that a thing?
No, but they had fake
No?
snow like around. Yeah, no, it did not.
Right. Okay.
Um,
I thought I don't know. Maybe that's Wolf Lodge where like during Christmas they every twice a day at this time it snows or something.
no,
heard
but they
that
did
too,
everything.
but-
They did everything but that. We did, like I think I told you guys, we did gingerbread houses and they had cookies. You could come down and get cookies from 8 to 10 every night. And of course, I only got as many as we had people. I did not get any extra.
There are
Of course
45
not. You
people in my
didn't-
room. Can I have 45 cookies, please?
You did not stuff your pockets full of. Get your napkins. Get your napkins, kids.
No, I wrapped them in a napkin and,
Of course you did.
But no. I mean, they had the thing. They had like a desk out front where the kids can sit down and write letters to Santa and put them in this mailbox. And they had scavenger hunts. And Santa Claus had all this insane twang. So he was playing a banjo and singing Christmas songs with all the kids like out for it. It was crazy, dude. This was like Santa Claus total bluegrass singing, dude. It was pretty cool.
So did you get the girls Christmas presents?
I did not, and Avery did bring that up. I was like, no, this ain't that kind of hotel. I was like, no, this is Santa Claus's summer home. Presents are back in the North Pole. That's his winter home. What's this summertime? He's on vacation.
Oh my
He's chilling with us.
Wow.
Yeah.
This sounds like it was more of a trip for you.
Oh, it was. It absolutely was. And next time I'm going back without any of my family, I'm just going by myself because I was like, and part of it, Alicia, like I said, was confined to the room. Right. She couldn't go out. We couldn't go out and enjoy the fire pit out back and things like that, like cool stuff that would have been fun, but we were stuck in the room. But no, we go into the room and they had like the TV was already on to like a fireplace, one of those burning fireplaces or whatever. And it was playing Christmas music. I was like, oh man, this is insane. It was awesome.
Did you go down to the lobby and say, hey, where are your tamales?
I did not. No.
Christmas season, so you gotta have tamales.
No, but they
they have
breakfast? Their breakfast was like 10 out of 10. It was the only bad part was that we had to sit by this couple that just were arguing. I was sitting next to Emily. I was like, oh my God, how is every morning we're sitting next to this husband and wife or boyfriend, whatever, with this little kid, and they were just arguing the whole freaking time. I was like, oh my God, it was awful. But no, other than that, it was great.
I did have something that came up on the podcast on previous episodes. I think I brought it up and me and you, Jamie, talked about it and we've gotten on Facebook about it, but it happened at the Wolf Lodge. I was sitting there and this was the second day. So this was checkout day. We had already checked out and, but you still get access to the swim park for the whole day. So I told the kids, we're going to, Macy had cheer that night. So I'm like, we're going to get up as soon as it opens. We're going to be at the pool and we're going to stay until we get hungry. And then we'll leave, get lunch. And then, we'll head back home. So the kids were inside doing the indoor stuff. And so I was sitting outside to get, some fresh, although it was hot as balls out there. But finally I decided, you know what? Like I had told you before, the amount of skin and scars. And I'm like, you know what? You guys have traumatized me so much that I keep my shirt on always, always. And so, but I started doing, math in my head and I'm like, you know what? If they put a top 10 best bodies in this place over the last 24 hours, I'm in the top 10, no doubt. Like I'm in the top 10. 100% of people 18 and over.
Are you though?
Like, of course, there were
bucket naked.
There were 18-year-olds with like six packs and stuff, but
I'm frantically scrolling through all the fat shaming drops that we have. So
shame.
Finish your story slowly.
Well, again, so you guys have made fun of me so much, kept my shirt on, and I'm like, you know what? It's hot out here. It's like 100 degrees. Shirt's coming off, and I'm gonna go sit in the pool, So I'm sitting there at the end of the pool, and I'm trying to do whatever. I'm trying to find these drops, and that's what I do now.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
There's a kid in the pool. He's got a life jacket on, and he's screaming bloody murdy, help, help. And he's like floating away, like help, screaming help. And he must be 5 years old, 5, maybe 6. Help. And he's floating away. And I'm sitting there on the edge. There's 2 other adults in this pool with me. And I look at them and they said, no one helps this kid.
No, I'm not touching that kid.
From past episodes, we know that none of us would even acknowledge a kid like that.
Nope.
I immediately looked. I was hoping that people would notice that I had my earbuds in, so like as if I couldn't hear him. Totally hear him. He was screaming. And I don't
speak Spanish. In English, please.
I'm looking around looking for a parent. Finally, a mom comes by and she's like, you ain't gonna drown. You got a life hack. But the fact that he was screaming help, he was deathly afraid, and like none of us wanted to help him. Like I made eye contact with the two other guys in the pool, and we just immediately looked down and nope, not touching that kid. So
don't touch another parent's child.
Because his mom was right. He wasn't going to drown, so just let him keep screaming, and it's all awkward for all of us. Even the lifeguards are like, what the hell? Where's the parent at? Yeah, it was funny.
So what you're saying is that a lot of the folks around the pool, they were, two towel people, probably should have been wearing two towels.
They should have been wearing 4 towels as big as some of these people were. It was where's the drop? Disgusting. It was just terrible. Like, I don't know. I'm really not that bad. I mean, compared to and it's not just big size, it's tattoos and hair, and not that tattoos are bad, but just weird. One lady had a gigantic octopus on her back, like the size of her back, covered in an octopus tattoo. So weird. But the guys are hairy and just
I would imagine there were people there that just weren't all that worried about what other people thought of their bodies.
Yes, 100%, and good for them. They have every right to, but it's just not a place. I don't want to see it, so I shouldn't go to places like that. They have every right to do it. I didn't say anything to them. I guess I'm saying it now. The 100 people that are going to watch this will see it, but good for them. I love that they have confidence like that to go do it.
I know what healthy is.
Go ahead and do it, but like it's just not a place I should be at. Like I don't.
Yeah, well, that's disgusting.
And it was.
So did you, feeling that you were a top 10 specimen, did you end up taking the shirt off?
Yeah, no. I took the shirt off and got on the edge of the pool and.
Wow.
But that morning, I had decided not to wear swim trunks. So I had my good Nike shorts on. I didn't want the chemicals to mess them up. So I just put my feet in, but I had to get the shirt off because it was too hot out there.
Just the tip?
Just the tip. Just got just a little bit. And then
I'm very aroused.
And then some kid came splashing and shit. I'm like, I got my phone. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. Kids are the worst.
That's another thing too, is the kids like in the hotel swimming pool, like, kids jumping, and I'm like, your parents right there. They're not going to say like, quit jumping around these people. You're splashing them. Like, quit acting like an idiot.
Acting stupid.
Yeah.
They should watch our podcast.
Yeah. That way they'll learn.
That I will say though, I'm sitting here talking about not feeling fat or whatever, not feeling confident enough to take my shirt off at this place. But then I went to lunch with mom and dad today. And boy, mom put me right back in my place, guys. We went.
I can only imagine what was said.
As only Teresa Paredes can. And I even asked Dad, I'm like, Dad, did you just hear that? And he's like, I sure did. I'm like, okay, it's going on the podcast tonight because that's ridiculous. We were driving to go. It's Taco Tuesday. So we were driving to Rancho Grande. Shout out to Rancho Grande.
Sounds very authentic.
Get our tacos. Yes, nothing but Mexicans working there.
Really?
You know I don't speak Spanish. No, I'm joking. It was all white girls. In fact, Parker's good friend works there. Kenzie. You guys will all meet her at Parker's birthday party. But
I always want my tacos made by somebody named Kenzie.
So did you get extra chips?
I don't think Kenzie makes the tacos. I think she
just
delivers
orders
them to your
the
table.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you have anything besides Mexican food?
There's some.
We're
jobs.
not
Good job,
Mexicans.
guys.
We're from out of town.
Get them all, and look for some fat ones too coming up. So, anyways, we're on the road there, and I don't know how we were talking about it, but I mentioned it last time on the podcast that I go to try to work out at Ford. My badge hasn't been working right to get into the weight room, and so that came up. I was talking to mom and dad, and mom from the back seat. They
from downtown.
From way downtown. I said something about how I couldn't get in, and she's like,
You know this is going to be good when he's already laughing. He
Couldn't get in the door.
She's like, they probably don't want you in there. You're so fat, you're going to break the machines. so fat you're gonna break the machines. They don't want you to break their machines.
That a challenge.
I was going for that.
Well, with your bad knee, Ed, you shouldn't throw anybody.
I looked at Dad. I'm like, "Did you hear her?" Like, and he's like, "Yep." Like no defense. Like, "Yep, I heard her."
I'm sure he just kept eating. He's just like, leave me
We
alone.
weren't even at the we weren't at the restaurant yet. This was in the car ride. This was in the car ride. Yeah, from the back seat. You're probably so fat they don't want you in there to break
To her
the
defense, you just set that thing up on a tee, and she just came and just
Yeah, I felt like there are a lot of different ways you could have gone with that. I really thought it was going to be you're too fat to fit in the door.
fatty 2x4.
You can't get to the kitchen door.
Kitchen door.
Oh my God!
But
It just comes back to you from childhood.
Fatty 2x4.
You
What does
can-
fatty 2x4 mean? Like, it just
guess
something. We need something to rhyme.
Are you
doorway? The entry doorway?
maybe
Doorway
you're
entry?
only 2 feet tall
By
but
4.
4 feet wide.
Yeah, fatty 2x4.
It's like milk
Anyway.
lemonade around the corner. Fudge is made. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Like, wait,
Dirty knees.
dirty knees. Look at these. Wait, how does it go?
Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. Look at these.
Ooh, that's why I left the
purpose-
beginning
I
out. I didn't
purposely
realize
skipped
it was
the
a
beginning.
racist. I couldn't remember the beginning until Bobby
Set
said
the
it.
old man up for it.
That's a racist. Bob's racist.
I'm just-
Yeah.
just,
So
again, from childhood.
you start to feel, maybe even a little good about yourself, and man, mom will just chop you
Did you-
down. And
Did this comment cause you to order less tacos than you were planning?
I know what healthy is.
Right.
no, because my plan on Taco Tuesday.
Oh,
Because
he
I
actually
did-
goes
I-
in with a plan.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on.
That's good. You got to have strategy.
Yeah, but my plan is to stick with 2 tacos. Like I would go with mom and dad, and they'd be like, "Well, get 3." So like dad will order 3, and you'll order 3, so that's 6. So you can have 3. I'm like, no. That's too many. I want 2 tacos
Because you
But
destroyed
I'm
the
gonna-
chips before then.
I'm gonna pound the shit out of the chips. We had like 3 baskets before the. She had to fill my sauce up like twice before the tacos even got there. I was full by the
9
time-
times.
What'd you say,
How many-
Andrew?
How many
Excuse
times
me,
should they
Kenzie?
And Kenzie wasn't working today. She was working the last time I went
Oh,
though.
okay.
But I didn't say hi. She was busy, and I don't know why would Parker's dad say hi. But anyway, what'd you say, Jamie?
I said, how many times did you have the sauce refilled?
9 times.
Good use.
Probably-
Good use for the drop.
Probably by the end of the visit, it was 9 times. But yeah, man, it was.
You had me at
yeah.
tornado.
So, anyways, that was my trip. Taco Tuesday with mom and dad. They stuck me with the bill. So, yeah, I guess.
Well, at least
I'll never
it
ask-
was their gas, right? Of their vehicle.
Nope, it was my vehicle. I picked them up. I used my gas. I bought the food. I got called fat in multiple ways, mind you. That was just the most entertaining. Because I said 2 tacos, and mom's like, "Are you sure you don't want 4?" Yeah. Like, yes. Yes. I don't even think she meant that to be like a dig, but yeah, no, I'm good, mom. 2 is good.
For those of you listening on Spotify who have never met our mother, I think, maybe you might be starting to get a glimpse of, who we were raised by. At some point, we really ought to have her on the show. My fear is that she won't be nearly, my fear is that she won't be nearly as entertaining on this show as she is in just her day-to-day life.
She'll try to cover it up, or she'll try to.
I don't say that.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I think she'll really ham it up too for the camera.
Like when we talk about how many times,
she will.
like when we would talk about dad spanking us as kids, and she would say, he never spanked you. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, no, they seem to misremember the spankings and the beatings that we got, like severe beatings. Now I'm laying it on. But I
Your
do
shit
remember
has come to
mom
light.
punching. I do remember mom like punching us because like dad wasn't home yet or something, and mom like, at least me, I think Jamie, you were there too, probably because you and I got in trouble a lot together. But I remember mom coming and just punching me like in the arm, and I was just laughing at her like because it didn't hurt at all, and she just kept punching me, and then it made her more mad. She's like, "Wait till your dad gets home."
The best, and I'll never forget this is when I think like Rudy, you had to take some medicine or something, like a pill or something. You remember what I'm talking about?
Jeez, this is pretty good.
He almost spit on everything.
I did.
And then I'm surely something else was going on, but she got so pissed at you because you couldn't take a pill, and you were like, and you're like acting like you were gonna throw up or something. It was so funny. And she just wanted to beat the crap out of you. That's great.
I remember this.
I couldn't swallow pills.
Which is funny because by looking at him, you wouldn't think he'd have trouble swallowing anything.
Yeah, go, yeah. he bowed out.
Wow, feels a lot lighter in here all of a sudden.
You knew he couldn't be gone for long.
The hits keep coming, guys.
I know what healthy is.
Yeah, no, that instance, I had trouble swallowing pills.
Why can I not find?
Keep looking. I had trouble swallowing pills.
You mean those tiny little things?
No, the gel caps, like and so what Mom did was
who removed it. That's what she said.
It's at the very bottom.
God,
come on, dude, you're the worst.
All right, go ahead. Replay that.
I'm gonna make fun of myself if
you had trouble. What?
Jamie never has trouble swallowing.
That's what she said.
Oh, I messed it up. So I had trouble swallowing pills. Like that was a thing. Those big capsule, big thick mammoth, big, And so what Mom did was she pulled the plastic apart and like poured the some of them. Yeah, she popped it off and like she's like, stick your tongue out, and she poured the contents on my tongue, which then there's a reason they're like in beer. Plastic.
10 times worse.
Yeah, because it's a disgusting taste. That's why they're in those gel caps or those caps. And when she opened it up and put it on my tongue, it was the grossest. Like that's when I was like, I wanted to vomit. And
that was great.
For a while, I used to be able to just hide them under my tongue and then spit them out in the toilet. But
she may have actually taken a swing at you that day. I think it was like right before school. I think.
Probably.
Maybe.
I seem to recall this too. She was extremely angry with you.
Are you still unable to take pills or?
No, I can swallow 3 of them at once, man.
He takes them rectally.
Jamie, you gotta save that as a bite.
I know. Why weren't you there? I literally set that up for Jamie.
Set you up, and Jamie's like, "What? What happened?
I missed it. What?
I said I can swallow 3 of them at a time now.
That's what she said.
But anyway, yeah, no, I'm a monster with pills, man. I've been taking blood pressure medication for like 20 years, so you kind of got to get used to it. So, yeah,
gotcha.
Anywho,
all right. Well,
wow.
What did the other Bobby, you and Andy? What did you do on our during our hiatus?
Not a whole lot. I spent the evenings with my family. I don't know, watching TV. Let's see. Last week, Tomas was gone. He was in Tijuana.
That's right. Now we can bring out all
Tijuana.
We don't. I didn't even think to get a Jesus is in Tijuana drop. But
wait. Dude,
you blew it.
Yeah. So
we need
Tomas
to have
was
drops together.
You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
Tomas was in Tijuana on a service trip with the school. And
he got choro. He got choro, didn't he?
He did not get choro, but he so he went and saw the homeland. And
is there a term besides Mexican that you prefer? Something less offensive?
Yeah, I don't think he had any Mexican food actually. They had one of the teachers go with him on the trip, and the teacher's job it was to cook the food. Actually, I take that back. I think he said one of the teachers who was cooking did make some sopapillas. So it's the only Mexican
sopapillas.
More sopapillas, please.
He went to a restaurant too and had some of the best Mexican food he's ever had. So
did all the kids make fun of him because he's Mexican because he's Mexican and I'm sure he went with a bunch of white kids from Rockhurst. I mean,
no, I don't think so.
I'm sure he did. He's just not telling you about it because it's deep down pain that he's feeling. But whatever.
Heartburn.
I went to Rockhurst too.
I could really use a Speedy Gonzalez drop right about now.
So
yeah,
good to know.
Yeah,
that'd be a good one. Put that on the list.
So we
make a note.
Me and Anita and Xavier, we watched, continued watching Suits.
Okay.
I know. Go ahead, Bob. How is Suits?
It's good. I'm still on season 3. It's a long series, so still working my way through it.
I know one thing Bobby did last week. He bitched about like, man, I don't want to record without Jamie. What are we gonna do without Jamie?
All right. Here we go. You're gonna bring this up. All right. So it really had nothing to do with Jamie insofar as look. And I was thinking about this, but maybe it's a bad example. I was going to say, did the Beatles ever break up and split up and do their own thing? But no, that obviously bad example. Yes, exactly. But no,
famously.
Exactly. I wanted to maintain the integrity of the show. These guys were really anxious to do a show with the 3 of us. And no, I thought, the show is the 4 of us. So we've got to have the 4 of us on a podcast. So I wanted a vacation. I wanted just to take a break and not have to.
Yeah, you're kind of lazy.
Be down here for 2 hours. And well, I haven't seen my paycheck in a while. So, once I start getting paid for this deal, then maybe the attitude will change. So
you think you deserve to get paid? You think you bring that much to the table?
I think I do. Yeah.
Wow.
Everything you're doing is bad. I want you to know this.
No, but I didn't do anything fun last week like you guys did. I mean, the 2 of you went and did your trips or your staycation. So I don't know, Andrew, did you do anything entertaining?
I don't think so. I can't really remember last week, honestly. No.
I gotta say, I did enjoy the mountains. We went into the Great Smoky Mountains. And I was frantically texting Rudy like, "How do you get to the freaking mountains?" Like,
I know
state or a national park before. Like, I'm like, "Where's the entrance?" Surely there's like here's the park. Like, you're here. Here you go. And everything I put in the GPS like Great Smoky Mountains, and it like had an entrance like way in like North Carolina or something that was like an hour away. I'm like, I see the mountains. They're mountains right there. Surely there's an easy way to get over. Yeah, so I just drove towards them until I was like, surely we're gonna run right into it, and luckily it was. And we're just gonna keep driving as far up as we could go. And I think we stopped and took a couple pictures here and there, but we're like, it was basically it all depended on we were gonna drive as far up the mountains as we could until we got tired of the girls complaining. Because they had no internet access, and Avery's like, "Why is it always circling?" And so it was just like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Should we turn around? Should we turn around now? Should we turn around now?" I was like, "No, let's keep going. Let's keep going." So we, and then finally, Alicia's
her. You should tell Avery. All I had when I was your age was a grape ape coloring book and some markers that melted in Arizona. So shut up with your iPad.
The crayon.
No, we had marker. No, somebody had markers. Like, it was a trip. We were in the Impala with Grandma and Aunt Helen,
and the crayons got left in the mirror.
I had markers. And when I opened the cap, it was all runny because the marker inside had melted.
Wow,
it was disgusting.
I thought it was crayons.
We probably had melted crayons as well, but
you didn't tell the girls the reason it keeps spinning is because Dad's too cheap to get an iPhone.
No, it was their. No, I was at that point. I was just ignoring them and hoping they'd go away. But we finally got tired of Alicia complaining, and she at one point she threw her tablet in the back seat and was like, "Yeah, I think it's time to turn back around." And
and then I saw just the other day that Dollywood is now underwater. Right? I mean, like the day after you guys left, there were torrential downpour.
Yeah, it was. I saw that. That was pretty cool. Or not cool, but like, yeah, yeah.
Cool for us, bad for them.
Exactly. Yeah. So no, that was pretty cool. We're walking through the Dollywood parking lot, and I told Emily, I was like, check that out, and it was like the decal of the back of a truck, and it had the handicap, sign with like the stick figure and a wheelchair, and they were holding a rifle of some sort. And I'm like, oh my God, we are in Tennessee. We are. I mean, there were signs everywhere. I mean, not even just the twangs or anything. It was like people
should have brought that picture.
Yeah. She took a picture. The picture's floating around somewhere.
Did you sing Rocky Top?
I did not. No, but I did see one gentleman in the Christmas hotel who is wearing American flag Trump 2024 swimming trunks. I'm like, swimming trunks. Like I don't even. I mean, t-shirt, okay, but swimming trunks just seems odd. And I think we were driving through one of those states. I guess it was Kentucky or Tennessee, and we saw a Trump superstore. I'm like, yeah, they must have not been doing too well the last few years.
But when the gunshot went off and he dropped to the floor, what do you think the owner of that store felt like at the time?
My inventory.
Oh shit! What am I gonna do? I think there's actually, who told me this recently? Somebody is suing.
I did, and I was just writing it down because I remembered this is one of the things we talked about at the table that we forgot before we started. Well, I was saying there was because I was going to bring up, now that we're talking politics, about the big.
This could have been the quit acting stupid, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I was saying that. Well, so big news since we last recorded was that Biden dropped out of the race, and now it's Kamala Harris running on the Democratic ticket. That happened a couple weeks ago now. And so what happened was somebody who bought like $1 million worth of Let's Go Brandon merchandise to sell is now suing Biden for dropping out because all this merchandise is useless.
Merchandising.
Oh my God.
Can we back up for a second? I want to continue on that here. But yeah, when Jamie said the Trump swim trunks, the only thing I could think of was Spaceballs.
Yeah.
The swimming trunks.
Merchandising.
The kids love that one. Yeah. No.
So I hope he gets real far in that suit against the president there.
Donald Trump, the flamethrower.
Or no, wait, yeah.
Well, do you have Donald Trump the shoes, those gold shoes he had out last year, and there's all kinds of stuff, man.
Got the NFTs,
right? Donald Trump NFTs.
My favorite was the Bible.
That didn't he hold it upside down?
Right.
Or no, that was just a picture. He was selling Donald Trump Bibles, wasn't he?
Yeah. With "God Bless the USA" lyrics inside.
We need to each come back with the most next week. We need to come back with one product. What's the most outrageous Trump product we can find?
Yes, that is a great idea. So let's not forget to do that. For real.
Okay,
That'll be fun.
Man, I saw some great stuff when I was in Key West a couple years ago. Actually, I've been to Key West twice since Trump has been, in politics. And it's just every store is just all the airbrushed, different images you can get with him, riding an eagle, on with a flag, all this just different stuff.
So let's clarify this. Can we find an image, or does it have to be a product? Because there's some crazy images out there.
Product, yeah, images like Andrew was just saying. I mean, there's tons of images out there where you can find those on, Twitter or Instagram or anything. But I mean, let's find the most outrageous Trump product that you can come up with. It's got so the only rule is that it's got to be sold somewhere. It's got to be for sale, and it's got to have Trump or Trump 2024 on it.
I do have to say, 2 years ago when we drove to Orange Beach, we were driving through, I think it was like Meridian, Mississippi or something. And I did see a QAnon t-shirt, which was pretty entertaining. Yeah. I was like,
that wouldn't count.
Yeah.
Did you get it? Did you buy it?
No, somebody was wearing it.
So along with all the Kamala stuff, now that she's the she's the nominee. there's a lot of momentum. I've been seeing a lot of. There's the white dudes for Harris. Have you guys seen that?
No,
It was a Zoom call on Monday night. White dudes for Harris, and
That's awesome.
it was actually a Zoom
They
call that
raised
you could
a
sign up
bunch.
for, and well, we couldn't because we're not white dudes. But
Yeah.
I mean, there was, and it was mostly celebrity white dudes that were trying to get out the vote. I think so.
Yeah, and then some politicians too. But I think like Joe Burrow, Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges was on there.
Yeah, I think
Josh
they were-
Gad.
Yeah,
Josh Gad was there.
Interesting group of people.
White
And
dudes.
then
No, not people, white dudes.
right. Well, the only ones that matter. But the what else was I say? Oh, one of the things I've been seeing. So, there's a big momentum switch from the last time we talked. Trump had just gotten shot, and it almost seemed like there was a sympathetic, pull towards his side. Now it's all kind of going the other way. One of the things that I've been most entertained with is just this what do you call it? This narrative or this thing that all MAGA people are weirdos. And so there's just lots of memes going around of this is weird or this is, and it's just with all the JD Vance stuff and the couch. I'm trying to think who else. Oh,
whoa, back up. Oh, go ahead.
People dancing at Trump rallies. I don't know if it's funny because all these videos that you've seen for the last 12 years of MAGA people looking dumb are now just being retweeted. And, Marjorie Taylor Greene, feeling up a cardboard cutout of Donald Trump, just all these things of go on Twitter and look up MAGA weirdos. And
my favorite, my favorite has been the Biden confused videos, where
those are great. Those really are.
The one where it's when you're leaving the club and your jam comes on and it's him walking away from a podium or something, then he just stops and looks confused. Yeah, it's great.
Good stuff, man.
So Harris is running. She hasn't picked a vice president yet, but there's some really good candidates out there that I've just been seeing some speeches from people. Pete Buttigieg has been doing a lot of television interviews, and I think I get that Harris is the vice president. It makes most sense to just transition to her. I think a lot of the finances can just transfer to her and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, if you had the choice of the whole field, I think Pete Buttigieg would be my choice to be running.
Couldn't he slide in as VP?
I think so, but I think there's part of it is a strategic thing. I think she's looking at, or they've been talking about people from swing states, senators and governors from Pennsylvania, Minnesota. So I think there's some of that, but I think Buttigieg could be Secretary of State, could be, somewhere, something. And then I think eventually he's going to run for president. I think he should, because I think he's great. But whoever she picks is going to be better than the other side, than JD Vance. Do we want to talk about him a little bit?
Okay, so somebody tell me, how did this come about? There's allegedly, or there's a story about how he allegedly made it with a couch.
Made it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Sex with a couch.
There's anything wrong with that.
He's going steady with a couch.
Who hasn't slammed their hand between two seat cushions and? Oh wait, never mind.
Those aren't pillows.
Have you guys seen
That'd have been a great
Have you guys
drop.
seen what's it? God, what's the cartoon on Netflix?
Big Mouth. Big
Big
Mouth.
yeah.
Big Mouth.
Where he
Jay Balzarian.
Relations with a couch cushion. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's all kinds of weird, but yeah.
I can't get past
What else
the
got- I mean-
eyeliner. Somebody made a comment about him wearing eyeliner, and now in any interview I see of him, I'm like, that dude is wearing eyeliner. But
he
maybe.
sure is.
That doesn't make sense.
We all just.
Anyway,
I'm scrolling through. I'm
trying to
listening.
find some
I'm
of these. I know, and I'm trying to find some of these weirdo things that I was just talking about, but I should have been prepared for that.
Well, I came into Grandma's on Sunday saying that this was going to be like a 2.5 hour episode because we had so much to talk about. And
we're at 50
15
minutes, and
minutes
I've still got two things on my list that we haven't talked about yet before we get. Our
throw 'em out
interviews.
there.
runs or a clip.
Well, we got to talk about the Olympics because
are we going to go there?
We've got
I think
some
we should.
photos.
We want to do that.
Yeah.
We want to do that next. What else do you got on your list?
Happy 20th anniversary to longboards.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Let's give them a big shout out right now. They posted a lot of videos, and longboards is great. Like, I've been going there forever. I know, Andrew, you have been too. Yeah.
Sweet.
So shout out to longboards, John Bailey, and
former guest.
What's
Gilbert?
Glenn? Wait, Gilbert. God, dang it, Gilbert. Sorry, Gilbert.
Kaylee went up there to the North Oak location because they were doing like I don't know if you guys saw this. I think I saw it. They were doing at all the locations like a big 20th anniversary thing last Thursday where you could do buy one get one freeze on some of the wraps, or at the North Oak one, if you got the big one, you could get a free acai bowl, which is
I'm starving.
Okay, so I got an option here. I got an idea here.
Music and stuff too, and she was there. I guess John and Gilbert and whoever else are the owners or whatever, they were there, but she didn't know any of them, so she didn't say anything to them. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
So following up on that, I've got an idea. So we'll get to this here in a second, but tomorrow we are the Paradis men are going to Chiefs training camp.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited about the Chiefs, but more excited about spending the day with my brothers, my dad, my nephews. And so already I'm looking at food places, namely food places in St. Joe. I think I sent you guys all something about that. But no, I'm thinking we need to stop at one of the longboards because I sent you guys a picture of the Chuck Norris, and I still haven't had it yet.
I haven't had it yet either. Have you, Andrew?
Yeah.
Did you get the Chuck Norris?
No, and I told Kaylee when she went that day if she had to get a big one like that to get that free bowl, I said, get me that one. But I think she panicked in the moment because she went in there thinking the deal was something else, and so then she had to.
I really want the Chuck Norris
one.
If you wanted the that acai bowl, you had to get what they call the OG, which is like just longer and big. It's like 2 tortillas worth. It's pretty.
She's never had a big one.
That's what she said.
All right, moving on. All right, it's got 3 meat chili, delicious.
Oh my God, Bob! Listen to how excited. Listen to the excitement.
I know. Hold on. 3 meat chili, Nathan's all beef hot dog, delicious.
Ooh.
Wok.
That's what she said.
Wok, pico, pepper jack, rice,
Give it to me.
jalapenos,
Yeah,
Fritos, and then your choice of Chipotle Ranch or 5 Alarm Barbecue.
Got a challenge.
I mean,
oh my God!
if I had thought about this ahead of time, I would have sent you guys the picture. So we could throw it up.
so hungry.
I'm hungry right now, and that looks freaking phenomenal.
Oh, fucking great.
I think tomorrow we need to definitely find longboards and get ourselves a Chuck Norris.
I was going to suggest Tin Kitchen, which I know is a little offshoot to head to Weston, but we're up north already. Tin Kitchen is amazing, but you just got me kind of pumped. Like if you were a coach, I'm ready to run through a brick wall for that longboard, bro.
3 meat chili, Nathan's hot dog, wok, pico, pepper jack. Again, I'm just going to keep saying the ingredients over because I get excited.
Great.
Man.
I'm psyched. Let's do it.
Fritos.
When he's reading that, some of that stuff I don't recognize. I'm thinking of the line in was it Clerks 2, where he's like, I don't know what you just said, son, but what is that? I don't know what Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
It was Tracy Morgan's line. I don't know what you just said, little kid. But yeah.
You touched my heart.
You touched my heart. Oh,
You're special,
great.
man.
No, I get that one. But
see, my original thought, because before you even said that, I was thinking going to eat at Red Robin because they had that Olympic. Or do you guys see anything about that gold medal burger or something, where it's like some huge?
Like I want to lay on my bed with my feet kicking behind me. Like I just want to hear.
Do tell more.
They play with your hair.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah,
do tell.
It's just I got an email on it. Something about you can get this gold medal burger and you can get your name on something or
Hold
other.
on. Is this some kind of fat people email list that they just send like, hey, this is the disgusting burger we're gonna put together. I know you're fat and you're gonna want it. You get those emails?
Basically, because I signed up for their birthday club, so I get a free burger every year. so they know I'm fat. Yeah, no, it's fine.
All right,
fine.
so
tell
listen to what I'm going to do here. I'm going to pivot and talk about food. But then, do you guys remember during the '84 Olympics? What did we do in the summer of '84? All right, so this was before your time, Andrew. But in the summer of '84, Los Angeles hosted the Olympics, and so McDonald's had this game, and maybe you guys can remember the specifics of the game, but if the U.S. got a gold, a silver, or a bronze, as long as they medaled, then there was sort of like a matrix or something inside the restaurant, and depending on whether they got gold or bronze or silver, you got something free. And did you have to have a game piece? I don't remember. I just remember.
I remember some kind of scratch off. Like we had to scratch off. Yeah. And it's like if USA basketball gets a bronze medal, then you get a small fry. And we would collect them. We would collect them all and make a freaking meal.
I think we had multiple meals. I mean, each one of us had multiple meals. I mean, because that was the year too that the obviously the Olympics, like I said, were in Los Angeles, but the U.S. won a ton of medals that year. And we ate like kings that whole summer.
The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
Because I don't think you had to even purchase anything for the scratchers. They just gave out.
Lord have mercy.
Oh man, I'm getting excited. Hold on.
We
start talking Olympics.
I literally remember, and that was a great segue from food to Olympics, by the way. So that was
intentional.
That didn't go unnoticed. But I literally remember us three and Joe Murillo sitting on the steps in our backyard, like scratching them and like, "Ooh, we got a free cheeseburger." Yes, that's a core memory for sure.
Dude, cheeseburgers, fries, drinks. I mean, and it wasn't just like one either. I mean, because like I said, that year the U.S. was really good, and they got a lot of medals, and we got a lot of food.
Yeah. So while the athletes who have been training their entire lives are competing at the top level, our fat asses were trying to figure out how to get a free cheeseburger and a small fry.
We were growing teenage boys.
It reminds me of something.
I would have been 10. I guess
it reminds me of something I saw on like Facebook or Instagram or something where it has this fat guy laying on a couch with like a bowl of something in his hands, and it says like these Olympic athletes, tip top shape, whatever, and then it's like they mess up one time and the guy's like loser or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that same thing, but it was a picture of George Costanza.
Yeah, George Costanza with crumbs
all over his shirt. Yeah, idiot. Yeah,
good stuff. Yeah.
But speaking of the Olympics, man, I've got the split screen, the 4 events on at once, right in front of me, and I'm looking at. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I like how the famous people are getting in there and like sponsoring some of these teams, like Flavor Flav sponsoring the women's water polo team.
Oh yeah. Snoop Dogg has been over there a lot.
Yeah, is Snoop getting paid? I was wondering tonight. Tonight was really the first time I sat down to watch a little bit of the Olympics. And
I think he's getting paid. He's like an on-air personality. Like he was on the opening ceremonies, and
he was doing something with Michael Phelps. Yeah, so I think he must be.
I saw that. That was funny with Michael Phelps. But no, I'm watching right now. They've got handball on. Handball looks like some stupid game that a gym teacher created, like, because they didn't know what to do.
First of all, what she said.
Is that like
there's like they're just I can't even. Almost every sport is like a variation of soccer or basketball. Like it's either in the pool or we'll give you a stick, or but they're all kind of the same. Field hockey, handball. Then there's actually soccer. There's basketball. There's water polo. They're all the same thing. It's just I don't know.
There's weightlifting.
All right, asshole.
There's fencing.
There's track and field.
There's also breakdancing. But the point is, a lot of these are very similar. And handball, I think I could get out there and I could do what they're doing. There's no yes, 100% I could.
Well, with your bad knee, Ed, you shouldn't throw anybody.
That's a good one.
That was solid. But
Never had one lesson.
I was watching handball, and I swear to God, was it Brazil the goalie for one of these handball teams was fatter than me. I could totally be a handball goalie if I didn't have to run up and down the field or the court or whatever they're on. I could be a goalie because this goalie was
pitch.
fat.
Should be the pitch.
No, that's just for.
I just want to see beach volleyball.
All right, cochino.
Oh, cochino.
See now they're not even like some of them are wearing actual like long pant or like long.
I did see Brazil play beach volleyball today, and I'm like, why do they have shorts on? Like, what? Come on, what are you doing? They had actual shorts on. The other team had, they were doing it right.
Well,
but come
these
on.
are just qualifiers or something? So
you get less clothes as you get further down the line, or how does that work?
Strip sand beach volleyball.
I'm gonna form a beach volleyball team or a sand volleyball team if anybody's interested. I know you guys are all. Let's do it. You guys are all athletes. So.
You realize we barely come up to the bottom of the net, right?
Never had one lesson.
I don't think the sand volleyball leagues. I think you just get drunk and try not to get hurt. Is basically what that is. Yeah. So, I'm in on that. But
so the U.S. men, we won a. Yeah, I say we. Because I live here. We won a gold in gymnastics, didn't we?
Yes, we. Well, no, it wasn't a gold. It was actually a bronze. They won a bronze last night. We
medaled.
They were very excited because it's the first time they've medaled in quite some time. I think like over 20 years. Probably should have it down. But there was a guy that.
What did I say? His name was?
I was about to say there was a guy that caught my eye, and then I was just gonna wait for you guys to pounce. But
I've been looking for the crickets.
Talking about Steven Nedorosik.
Right here, man.
Yeah.
This guy here is sleeping.
He's asleep.
This guy literally does one job. He's got one job, and it's the pommel horse.
Well, it's no different. No different than
the whole time.
No different than a left-handed pitcher coming in off the bench to, out of the bullpen to get one out.
But I mean, if you've only got like 5 people on the team and this guy only contributes one, I don't know. They were just talking like he comes in and he basically looks like he's sleeping, but
that boy is good.
Getting focused. But they've likened him to Clark Kent, with the glasses. I think the glasses look pretty awesome if I do say so myself. Kind of reminds me of me a little bit. So, but
go ahead.
No, I was gonna. I've got his whole routine here. It's 50 seconds if you guys want to watch it. I just realized as I'm talking, like, let's give it a shot. But the whole thing is he's sitting there with his glasses, like I showed you, and then he takes them off.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like I could.
That boy is good.
I don't think you could.
You don't think so? You're just spinning around. What was so awesome?
In fact, I would pay $20 to see if you could get up on the thing. Forget the bronze medal. I will give you $20 if you can get up on one.
I wonder if they would like allow me to have like a stool there to like give me a boost. Somebody come here. Give me a little boost, or have one of my teammates on all fours and I can step on their back.
Jim,
and get
can
up
you give me a lift here?
But once I get up there, I probably still couldn't do anything. But
then you won't be able to get down.
I liked how at the end this guy I knew it, like in the middle of his little whatever you call it, his little dismount. He was like already pumping his fist, and but yeah, no, that was to me.
Steven,
I thought that was really cool.
Nedorosik.
Yeah, so he wears his glasses, and then man, when it's time to pommel that horse, he takes those things off like Superman. And
very Clark Kent.
Yeah, there are already stories out about who his girlfriend is. Meet the she's from Plano.
She hot?
I don't know.
It's hot.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm getting into the Olympics quite a bit. I watched before I went over to Mom's on Sunday. I watched solid job.
And here I was going to transition us into that, asking you guys if you saw the guy who had to jump in after the swim cap. I guess
I heard about that, but I didn't see it.
Katie Ledecky lost her swim cap at the bottom of the pool or something, and so this guy, he's a lifeguard, which just kills me that they have to have a lifeguard.
That's crazy.
Pool.
I saw that meme earlier today of like, if you ever think your job is pointless, there's lifeguards at the Olympics.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. That'd be a great.
So this guy literally stripped down to a Speedo, and he's white as could be, like farmer's hand type white. Like, he comes and he like dives in and goes down. And I thought they were a lot deeper. The pools were a lot deeper than that, but I guess they don't need to be.
So he had to strip down?
I don't know if he had to or if he wanted to. He had a Speedo underneath. Like, yeah.
Well, why would you have something like that? Doesn't seem like you're ready to go. Like you should be like sitting there in your Speedo.
I mean, they're in Paris.
Yeah.
There's one French dude there. There is one French dude who's going viral because he's got like a huge
where's the cricket
package in his Speedo. I
Oh,
should have
really?
brought the picture. Yeah, he's got a huge package. He's a diver for France, I think. And he's got a big old hog.
Is it that, or is he just got an extra small swimsuit? Does he have a medium?
No, I mean, because they all wearing Speedos, and the guy next to him didn't have a huge hog, and then he had a gigantic hog.
I hear it acts like a rudder. It acts like a rudder.
Yeah.
I would think it would really affect his
falling.
It would weigh him down. He would hit the water faster.
It's like an anchor.
That splash was way bigger than the other guys. But I didn't get his name. I didn't get the pictures. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So what other sports have we been watching? I watched the US basketball against Jokic, but
I don't really get into too much. But I'm big into the track and field though. That's really like the only one I'm like, okay, I haven't
seen. Have they not started that yet?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
They usually wait until swimming and gymnastics are over, and then the attention turns towards track.
I was just watching doubles table tennis a little earlier, and that's insane. I don't even get how that works, but yeah, just the way they serve. Go ahead.
Obviously, as we get older, like time just feels like it moves faster, and to me, the Olympics this year are proving that point because it's like I have not watched a single second of them yet. I feel like, are they almost over now? Because they feel like so much has happened so far.
Aren't they like? I think they're like 2 or 3 weeks long, 2.5.
At least 2, maybe 3. But I'm just like, I feel like I haven't seen it. I've hardly seen any, and it's like, oh, this event's already done. This one's already, like.
Yeah. We were watching Simone Biles tonight, and I also can't tell what's live and what isn't.
Yeah, that's
that kind of throws me a little bit. But yeah, Macy, every time Simone Biles came on, I had to call her down, and so we watched her. And I was sitting here thinking, oh, she messed up. Like she stinks. Like she went out of bounds or something. And Macy's like, no, she didn't, Dad. She just got some points taken off, and I guess they still won a medal, I think. But
I will say the last couple Olympics, I was really into the women's gymnastics because you had the Simone Biles, you had the Allie Reisman, you had like names that I knew, Gabby Douglas. Like I was like, oh, okay, I remember these people from the year before, whatever. And it's kind of fun to watch. But what I realized this year, for whatever reason, when I saw one of their floor routines, it makes me uncomfortable to watch now because I don't like that they make the girls do dances in between their jumps and everything and their flips, but they don't make the guys. Yeah. So it really feels kind of awkward. It feels like when we're watching these girls, because these girls are also like young, like upper teens, late 20s or early 20s. And it's like, I feel like we're just making them like, yeah, we know you're going to do some impressive flips and shit, but do you mind, shaking it a little bit on your way over there? That's what it feels like to me. And
yeah,
it's just awkward.
On the same note, I was watching the guys' floor routine, and I just thought,
was it like missing something?
Yeah. I don't know if it's missing something, but I just don't know. I got to watch what I say, but I don't know how to say.
Maybe they should make the guys shake it.
Is that what you're saying, brother? You would like for them to shake it?
For you? Maybe we just don't have guys' floor routines. No?
Okay. Why? Maybe. I mean, why not?
That's kind of discriminatory. That's sexist. Yeah.
Next question.
Hey, do they still have boxing? Is boxing not a thing anymore?
Yes. In fact, right now there was boxing on earlier. Right now they've got, I think this is judo. I don't know. They got judo. They're all in like Karate Kid gis and stuff. But
are there a lot of
that doesn't
judo
look
chops?
like a lot. They're
Judo
doing
chop.
this a lot. No, it looks like wrestling, but they're in Karate Kid gear.
I think you missed the Austin Powers reference.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't
Judo chop.
but yeah.
Judo chop.
Anyway,
Yeah, no. I got it. But no,
Yeah,
if
no,
somebody
yeah.
can tell me, if somebody finds out, and I'm sure a quick Google would tell me, but when breakdancing is, that's the one I'm interested. I want to see the breakdancing.
You on YouTube TV, you can just set ahead like all the events you want.
No, wait, hold on, Jamie. I'm gonna pass it to you. Ready? Make sure you're on the right side.
You guys are
Make
gonna
sure
go the
you're-
wrong
ready?
way. I know you're gonna go the wrong way.
Wait, I gotta get my hands.
Oh, come on, dude. No, let me
start
go
over.
first.
Hold on,
Okay,
I gotta
ready?
get my hands wet.
This is entertaining.
Oh,
Wrong
I did it
way.
backwards.
You guys would not qualify.
Yeah, I don't think we
This
met.
is why Mexico can't win any medals.
All I can think of in my head is there's no stopping us. There's no stopping.
No stopping.
No one does it.
better. Do you think Ozone or Turbo are coaches?
Who
They
was
should
the
come out of retirement.
Who was the group?
They
Was
should.
Ollie and Jerry?
Kelly K. Hey, Kelly K.
Ollie
Why
and
don't you
Jerry.
come this way?
We're going to take you to the place where we all stay.
We all stay. We're going to take you to the place where we all
We
go.
all go and we call this place the Miracle.
Oh, my
One thing
God.
is we can't all sing at the same time because our mics are off and everybody's off completely. But yeah, I wonder if Boogaloo Shrimp would be there.
Shame.
Do you think Boogaloo
Shame.
Question:
Shrimp is alive?
Or do they have cardboard there in Paris when you get there?
Ooh, I bet it's fancy cardboard. Nobody knows what we're talking.
It's got to be U.S. It's got to be Olympic
sanctioned
approved.
cardboard.
Yeah.
Do you think they have ghetto blasters that they put
Oh, you beat
there
me to it.
and push play and just God, I wish we had some of that. We probably can't play the music anyway, but still, God, such great music, great soundtracks.
But yeah, if any of you guys out there
We've
that are
played
listening,
music from the phone before.
if any of you guys, somebody pull up some Boogaloo, some Ollie and Jerry.
Some breaking.
So if any of you people are listening out there and know when the breakdance finals or prelims are going to be on the Olympics, let us know so we can watch, so we don't miss that. I guess we can always Google it.
Yes. Please.
Yes.
This was not on my bingo card. Blah blah.
Funny, we didn't talk about breakdancing today.
And I got to point to you. There you go. Oh,
music, man.
Anyway,
Can't hear the music. Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
Guys,
Do you think they'll play this during the?
You get to pick your own music.
I hope this is on somebody's.
Yes, I will have Ollie and Jerry, please.
So I just want to point out that before we started recording, we said we were going to end this thing in about 6 minutes.
Yeah,
and we have three segments that we have yet to get.
Rapid fire.
That was a ridiculous idea. Hold on. First, let me say everyone hates that these are going long. Mom hates it. Mom thinks Crystal thinks they're too long. Mom thinks they're too long. You know what? As long as you hit play once, I don't give a shit when you drop out. You know what? I'll talk all night if I have to, but I still get the view. Just hit play. And that's all I care about. Surprised you didn't know that. Anyway, where were we going to go from here?
Challenge accepted.
The
I was gonna
opening
say the
ceremonies.
openings. I'm surprised we haven't talked about that.
We probably should have started with that. Did you guys watch the opening ceremonies?
I did not.
Opening ceremonies.
Right. I did not. No.
Yeah.
I did not.
All I know is they can't swim in that river because it's got poop in it, something like that, right?
I did hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why were they gonna swim in it in the first place? Like,
It's
who
part of
was
the
swimming in it?
triathlon.
Yeah.
So one of the events can't happen because
That was canceled today or postponed because the river is not in the water is not in any condition to swim in.
Caca.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see the opening ceremonies, but I understand that a lot of Christians are up in arms about it. I think it was even part of the homily at Mass this past weekend. Which
Was it really?
Really?
Nice.
Wow.
Which, it's just kind of funny because I don't think, I started doing some research and I don't think that that's what was intended. I think they
It wasn't.
So
it wasn't.
Anyway,
And if it was, like, why is everything got to be about me? Not everything's about you. Like, people just, I don't know. It's just
because I'm
frustrating
offended. Because I'm offended. This offends me.
And wouldn't Jesus have all those people at his table anyway? Like, are we offended that they're drag queens and they're this and that? But I feel like
100%.
Jesus would have them all at his table anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the Simpsons have mocked it. The Simpsons have done it. The Sopranos have done it.
Have done what? Make sure you're clear. What have done what? When you say they've done it, what have they done?
They've kind of what's the word? Reference. We're talking about the Last Supper. Spoof, I guess. It's the Leonardo da Vinci painting, first of all. It's not like it was a still picture of the Last Supper, people. It's a painting.
They didn't have cameras back then.
Right. So it couldn't be a picture. It was a painting. It was somebody's interpretation of the Last Supper. You think Jesus was wearing that, blue and red thing at the time? Like, probably not. Like, it just, I don't know. But, yeah.
I was dirty. He was wearing a different one.
Yeah. He
was
laundry day.
About it. It probably wasn't even, he was probably a lot of shades darker than that too, but go on.
Yeah. Jesus was black. But anyways, that's a whole nother. But no, so people have mimicked it or spoofed it or whatever for years, and it wasn't a big deal until drag queens did it on the.
I like this from Mystery of the World Part 1 when Mel Brooks was the server at the Last Supper.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So like this has happened throughout the years.
Also, Louis on the state.
Oh, I'm gonna dip my balls in it.
Yeah.
Who's got a plate of something? Nobody's gonna get Louis, but whatever.
Baba Ganoush. Well, that clip has been going around a lot because of this whole thing with the Last Supper. Because, like you said, it's been used so many times, and so all these different instances are getting reposted a lot. So I've seen that clip.
Here's the thing: is it wasn't even attempting to recreate the Last Supper.
Yeah, that's the other part. I don't want to forget about. It wasn't supposed to be that.
It was a depiction of the ancient Greek bacchanal because the Olympics are ancient and Greek.
Why is everybody naked at that table?
Because it's a bacchanal, which were.
Does that mean naked?
Yeah. If you don't know bacchanalia, let me tell you. Let me drop some knowledge. If you don't know, bacchanalia is an uncontrollably promiscuous, extravagant, and loud party. Parties often
sounds like something at.
They often span several days, which honored the god of wine, Bacchus. That's the blue guy covered in the grapevine. He's also known as Dionysus.
Very aroused.
The Greek god of fertility, later known as the god of wine and pleasure. I mean, I like pleasure. I like wine. So
I wanted to put that picture back up. I wanted to put that picture back up to cover Bobby so people thought he was like dropping that off the dome and he wasn't just reading it straight from his phone. But go ahead, Andrew. What?
No, I was just gonna say I really should know a lot more about Dionysus because that's like he has a lot to do with theater, and so we studied a lot of ancient Greek gods.
Was he an actor?
And whatnot. I don't know if he was an actor, but I think they had like festivals and stuff where they did performances and all that kind of stuff. But he's definitely part of all that Greek theater and everything.
Right.
So
I
don't know.
I think maybe the Greek theater was done in, honor of him or something. I don't remember, but that's because I didn't really pay attention to the classwork for my theater degree. It was more the performance. It was more the performance that I
Basically, what it boils down to is if it offends me, it's woke. If it doesn't offend me, then you're a snowflake, right?
Well, that's the other thing too. It's so much of it is like a conservative or MAGA crowd or whatever that's like making a big deal about this, and people keep pointing out that it's like, well, it's not America. This isn't Paris. Like they're doing their own thing.
Right.
Like that has nothing to do with us. Like
right.
Who cares? No one's
And everybody's like, well, why
do?
I don't know. People just crapped on their opening ceremonies. I'm like, dude, it's Paris's time to do whatever the hell they want. Like, I don't know. I just it was a lot. It was a lot, and I don't know why people have to always make everything about that. Like, not everything is about you. That's my
That's
main
what it
thing.
boils down
Like,
to. Yeah.
Yeah. Just I don't know. Whatever.
All right, next topic.
All right.
Next topic.
Well, I think we should do Rudy's runs.
All right, do it.
Oh crap!
Hold on.
Exactly.
Out in
Get your
the
runs ready,
streets.
I got you.
Go for it.
All right, flush them. Let's go.
All right, guys. Wait, we weren't going to do them real fast. We're going to talk about them as we go.
That's what I think. I think we should do that.
What is it?
Okay. Just doesn't seem like a run anyway. First one, Bob Newhart died. We've been out of this for a long time. So he died a long time ago.
Probably most famous Loyola Chicago alum.
Oh, look at you. You guys are alumni together. Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
The new theater that was built after I graduated is named after him. It's the Newhart Theater.
Well, hold on.
He's always going to be Papa Elf to me.
Papa Elf, yeah. But not to be outdone, I went to Rockhurst University, and George Wendt attended my university. So
would you say he went there?
George went there.
Is he dead?
No.
Because what does that have to do with this?
You just talking about famous alums.
I also went to college.
I went to Rockhurst High School with David Cohn, and
we're talking about famous alums. You said him and Bob Newhart, and I said
next. Okay, Bob Newhart.
And next. You know what's? Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Ready?
Go,
guys. Do you guys see this? For the people on Spotify, the Raiders. There was a Kermit the Frog puppet
that a fan brought to their training camp.
A fan brought it. And it had a Mahomes jersey and Mahomes hair on it. And did they hand it to this guy or
I think what happened was it was a reporter or a fan had it out in the crowd. The player sees it and says, "Hey, let me have that," and then starts acting a fool.
So you think the player got it? And I don't know, because as it went on, because immediately you think, okay, the Raiders are morons. Like they've lost 10 out of the last 12 matchups against the Chiefs. Like, what an idiot. Why would you even do this? But I'm also thinking, so this guy's a 7th round draft pick, from what I understand, out of Air Force. Probably won't make the team. But the guy's head's probably spinning. This is like day 2 of camp. He doesn't even know where he's supposed to be. He doesn't know where he's supposed to take a shit. And somebody just, hey, I don't know. I mean,
it's as if somebody wanted to be the class clown. It's if Rudy played on the Raiders and, oh, hey, let me have the doll here. I'm gonna go for
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, he's new, but he knows who Patrick Mahomes is, and I'm sure he knows that. He's owned that division for years and years and years, and they just won a Super Bowl. They just won a Super Bowl in your building. They have more. They're the most. What is it? Is it Reed and Mahomes have won the most games?
Do you think he knew all that though on a second day of camp? I don't know. Maybe.
I think you know that if you're a football fan.
He went to Air Force. He's more of a plane flying fan. I don't know.
Maybe
it was it was a fan that dressed up the doll.
I was gonna say the fan. I wish I had a picture of him because he took a picture with the doll, and his shirt that he was wearing was one of those Mahomes making out with the referee.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture.
That was the shirt he was wearing.
I've never seen that.
Oh yeah, that's a meme. That goes around every once in a while.
Whatever. So, oh crap, was that going to be our quit acting stupid?
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised you brought that up.
That's one. I've got a couple people. I think
we got another one. In fact,
I
think we got a picture. We've got a picture of one. Okay, next. Did you guys hear Chipotle's owner? The owner of Chipotle came out and said that we are going to. So there was a whole TikTok thing going around where people would go in and put it on TikTok while they're making your burrito or your burrito bowl. They would record the employee of Chipotle. So they would kind of force them to put more meat in your burrito.
Everything you're doing is bad. I want you to know this.
Because burritos were getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So there was an issue about that. So
do you have anything besides Mexican food?
It became a big thing on TikTok, Jamie, with your drops. So the owner of Chipotle or the president or whatever came out and said, we're going to start going back to our old ways and giving you big portions. And
generous
so that
scoops.
was a generous scoop. So that was a big deal. So I literally immediately went to the Chipotle on Berry Road, right by 169. And if that wasn't the worst burrito I've ever had at a Chipotle ever, I mean, it was terrible. It was the smallest and the worst. Like,
that's
it
what
was
she
terrible.
said.
And I've been to that one. I've warned you about it before, Rudy, because that's a horrible Chipotle.
Let's put them on blast.
When they first opened up, it's Berry Road and like 169. And we would go there. It's the closest one to my house, and they even have a drive-through, which I was like, that's a game changer. We'll put our order in, just drive through, you know. For the first like 4 or 5 times we went there, they screwed our order up. And so we would report it on the app or whatever, and they would just send us a free, like, oh yeah, your next meal is free or whatever. So we would go, and the free one, that free one would get screwed up, so we'd have to
turn into a free one. Yeah.
So it was like 6 times we went and never paid anything, but we were also getting horrible service, like not the things that we ordered.
I'd put up with that.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, it wasn't too bad. But
now I could have complained, like, so the guy's scooping out my carnitas
with his hands.
No, with his tongue, with the little pinzas, you know. And so he's scooping, and it's obviously we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. So normally an employee will take the tray out and get a fresh one, drop it in. Nope, this guy, and I thought surely that's what he's doing. Nope, he put that old crusty ass carnitas in there. They were like, when I bit into it, they were hard. It was disgusting. Worst Chipotle ever.
You probably could have said you hadn't paid for it yet. You could have said, yeah, I'm not paying for it. You might as well
100.
I'm not.
But where's the drop? Lay off me. I'm starving. I was so hungry. It was after work. I hadn't eaten all day. And so I'm like, I'm going to take this. And I've got what some might call a little bit of a weight problem. And so I thought, you know what?
You can't wait for your food.
Did we try to do that at the same time?
Point is that, you know, a smaller burrito isn't necessarily the end of the world for me.
That's what she said.
I'll be okay. The last thing I got, I think you guys are going to love. Did you guys see the big news at San Diego Comic-Con this year? Robert Downey Jr. was announced as the going to play Victor Von Doom, Dr. Doom, guys. No. I thought you guys would have the crickets. I thought you guys would have the crickets.
I'm looking for this is boring.
That's what I was trying to do, and you interrupted me with your damn crickets.
So are none of you guys MCU guys? Like Manny and I have seen everyone at the movie theater opening night. Usually, like that's what we do. Manny,
I'm totally Justice League.
I think I've seen
that's DC. That's DC Universe.
I'm being stupid. I have no idea. I don't watch movies.
Quit acting stupid.
I think we were talking about this the other day. The only superhero movies I've seen is Wonder Woman and maybe the original Batman with Michael Keaton.
Now,
what about
not the original Batman, but
Blank Man? No, I've not seen that.
With Damon Wayans. Anyways, it's a big deal because, as you guys all know, Robert Downey Jr. just played multiple times. He played Iron Man. He played Tony Stark. So now people are wondering, how is he going to come back in the same universe as a villain?
But are people wondering that though? Because from what I could tell, that's pretty common in like the comic books. Like people die and then they come back reincarnated in the same thing later.
This is boring.
They come back as the same person. They don't come back as a completely different villain. But I will say there is a storyline.
You don't? Okay.
Hey.
I'm looking for a drop too that goes with this. But go on.
You know what? This is gonna be in my own podcast. I can't.
Fucking great.
You gotta focus.
I'm a nerd, and I'm pretty proud of it.
I'm surprised it took so long for that one to come out. But
I
forgot about that because it doesn't get used very often.
Guys, that's
what
that'll
she
be
said?
the ending.
Is that the last of the runs?
Do not go in there.
Woo! That's
All right,
it, guys.
All righty.
We getting
want to do the clip of the week, or do you want to do recommendations?
The recommendations kind of scare me after that last thing, but I was going to recommend. I saw Deadpool and Wolverine, but knowing my audience, it was an amazing movie. It really was great. But whatever, we don't have to. If go ahead.
I recommend any movie that doesn't have characters that are dressed up in costume. There's my recommendation.
So documentaries.
Actually, real stories have people in them. You know,
I'd say I watched Charlie Hustle, the Pete Rose documentary. I'm still like at the end of the first episode, but pretty decent so far. But I think it's going to get pretty dumb. But yeah, so far so good.
That was boring. I'd much rather watch superheroes.
You'd much rather watch Men in Tights. Okay. Anyway,
hey, one thing I was going to mention earlier when we were talking about Nathan's hot dogs, and this just popped up. This is so out of nowhere now, but Nathan's teacher is like a friend of Kaylee's. She does. I'm sure she does. But she came over and was talking with us, and she because she hangs out with Kaylee, and said that Nathan in class, what he does when they're eating breakfast and lunch, he eats his food, and then when other kids are done and they get up, he goes to their plate and takes food from their plate and walks back over. And Kaylee said, that's Paredes right there.
He's a glizzy gobbler. That one's for Quentin.
It's more than just glizzies, though. I mentioned Nathan's hot dogs just because I'm Nathan, but anything he'll go eat whatever. And he will eat whatever. This morning, I had to take him to school, and so he was upstairs with me, and I didn't notice that he grabbed like a little makeup thing, a container like this big. I didn't think he could unscrew it, and before I know it, I'm like combing my hair, and I hear him coughing. And I look over, and he's just got all over his mouth, and it's like expensive stuff, like that big.
Really?
And,
His dad, Nathan's dad used to eat everything too. One time we came in the kitchen and found Nathan's dad eating the dog food off of the floor
and potting soil out of mom's plants.
Yeah,
right. He's a chip off the block.
Both of those things he has a taste for.
I was gonna say that we caught you eating the dog food out of the bowl, but our dog used the paper plate, and all these things went through my head. Like, our dog didn't even have a damn bowl. Our dog ate off a paper plate. Like, how Mexican is that?
But
give the dog a paper plate.
Now that I'm a dog owner and I see the prices between wet food and dry food, I'm like, man, our dog ate like a queen.
I know that mighty dog.
Mighty dog.
Mighty dog was expensive. My dog eats the same shit every day.
My queen eats food that we have shipped to our house.
Don't get us started on that because
do you have the picture?
I have pictures, but Anita said you better not put that on the show. But your dog gets spoon fed.
What you need to do next, to do next week, Rudy, is show a bunch of pictures and then just have that be in there. It's like, oh, how'd that get in there?
You guys spoon feed your animal, like sit on the floor with her and spoon.
Guys, we're at an hour and 35. Let's what do we got next?
I think we need to do clip of the week.
All right, do it.
Clip of the week. Did we decide which one we were going to do?
I think we should do the masterminds.
All right, I want to do 24. Okay,
my clip of the week.
Well, no, keep it up there, but it's 58 seconds. You guys are freaking. I have so many clips that I want to put on here.
Not that one.
Hollywood Shuffle.
No, that wasn't my. Anyway, go ahead. Play it.
Clip of the week.
Good Lord, Jandis!
I've been saving that for you.
Farted right into my butthole. It's like a fart transplant.
That's good.
Okay, quit acting stupid award, guys.
Yeah,
right.
actually, and we probably did that in the wrong order. I think the award.
We did. We should have did the.
My bad.
We should have did the award first, but you guys are rushing me. We're trying to.
I have them written in the wrong order. That's why. But whatever.
We're going on 2 hours here.
No, we're not. It's an hour and 35.
No, we're not.
Relax.
We're good.
Everybody relax.
We're in hour 2. All right. I want to give the award this week. You got my picture?
I got the picture. I'm ready to go.
I'm giving it to a couple of individuals. Number one, I'm giving it to Bill Eigel and the gentleman that they hired to stand next to him and mock our Hispanic heritage. I mean, number one, the guy on the left talks about how this is Missouri, not Mexico, and just spent the whole 30 seconds of the commercial and with the help of the guy to his right, just disparaging Hispanics. And at the end of the conclusion of the commercial, it's ay caramba, or it's just something really ridiculous. And I don't even know if the guy on the left understands that there actually is a Mexico in Missouri.
I think you're getting it wrong because it's his left. But anyway,
no, he's talking about the white dude.
Guy on the left. Yeah, I don't want to say his name. What an a-hole. I mean, if you get up every morning and you want to tell people that their lives are worse off because somebody is going to steal your job, then you're just not working hard enough. I mean, do you guys wake up each morning and worry about an illegal taking your job? No. I mean, seriously, come on. That's just misplaced. It's just typical.
Not even
for
so
that.
much. Not even as much that, but like the talk about drugs coming over, fentanyl coming across the border. I'm like, well, I guess it's easier for them to blame other people bringing it in than
the demand side.
To blame, you for wanting the drugs. Like if there was no market for it,
they wouldn't be bringing it over if the Missourians weren't demanding it. If people in this country
here's the deal. If undocumented immigrants were bringing over cheeseburgers, it'd be up to me to not eat them, but I couldn't stop. I'd be like shooting these cheeseburgers up my veins constantly. And
like you do now.
My fault if I couldn't stop. Yeah. So
right.
So I don't know the actor's name, but he did not help us out by agreeing to be part of this stupid commercial. Each one of these guys, they fall over each other trying to shoot more guns, act more tough, and really, pick on the people coming across the border. I mean, even the Indian guy wants to, pile on. So I'm like, guys, come on, cut it out. This is ridiculous. I mean, someday you're going to be called to answer for your antics, and I hope you get judged appropriately. So, for that, Mr. Weigel and whoever the actor was that agreed to be in this stupid ass commercial, quit acting stupid. You get the award this week.
I made your award.
Yeah,
guys.
So,
yeah, it's fun.
And I will step off my soapbox now.
I thought we would have multiple winners since we were off for a while, and I was thinking the Raiders guy. And then while we've been recording, I was going to write another name, but I got distracted and I just wrote B. So I know it starts with a B, and it's somebody we've talked about tonight. But maybe I'll remember it and honor them next week.
Bobby.
I was gonna say Bobby. We talked about Beetle Bailey in the past. Anyway,
Bobby wipes his dog's butt.
All right. What's next?
All right.
I want caca in my house.
I don't know. I think that's it, man. I think that's
just
it.
a shade under an hour and 40 minutes.
My daughter went to Olivia Rodrigo this week. Should we talk about that?
We can wait on that next week.
Okay.
All right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if you're still with us, drop 1 hour and 40 minutes into the comments on YouTube and let us know that you're still here, still following along. I'm guessing we will get one, maybe two people to do that.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. I should have said that at the beginning because there's probably 2 people left listening, but like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Macy will love when I say that. Rate and review us. Yeah.
Appreciate you all joining us this evening or whenever you're listening.
And I'll see you all here in a couple hours.
Yeah, so we should have some fun stories next week. And when we talk about this, we're going to caravan up to St. Joe for Chiefs training camp tomorrow. We may even be watching. We may even do a live episode. We're going to.
Yeah, we're going to.
I was thinking earlier today, I don't think I've been to training camp since it's been in St. Joe. I really feel like the last time I went was River Falls, Wisconsin, on Rudy's birthday when no one remembered his birthday. We watched the whole practice the whole morning and nobody remembers his birthday. And I just remember Bernard Pollard lining up on the edge against Willie Roaf. That's how long ago it was.
Wow.
It's funny you mentioned people forgot my birthday. That's nothing new, but we went to, after practice, we went to Pizza Hut because we needed lunch. I mean, there was nothing special about it. We went to Pizza Hut and there was a buffet, and Mom made it seem like, oh, we're here for your birthday. I'm like, oh, it's not because all you fat asses are hungry. It's for my birthday.
It's not because it's lunchtime. It's because
because it's noon. That's not why we're here, but okay, whatever. Yeah. So
Xavier said he's never been to training camp up at St. Joe either. So
nice. Well, what place do you have picked out for us to eat? You mentioned.
I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. It was a local establishment. So give me a second, and I will tell you that it was called Pappy's Grill and Pub. So I don't know any fans of Pappy's. We've never tried Pappy's, but looks like says it serves happy hour food, great cocktails, good for watching sports. Bar and grill serving a lengthy menu of burgers and sandwiches in a low-key atmosphere.
Awesome.
So we may try Pappy's, or we may go to Longboards and do I really want that Chuck Norris.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about longboards. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards.
Maybe we can have like first lunch and second lunch.
Like we're hobbits.
Yeah. I'll go splitsies with somebody. Anyway, whatever. All right, guys.
Well, we appreciate you joining us this evening. Like I said, so for my brothers Andy, Rudy, and Jamie, until next time, quit acting stupid.
Not to get into too much troubles, okay?